Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this creepy, yet cute, yet kinda disturbing bendy head house. Yeah, that's right, this thing is actually a house. Don't you find that its eyes kind of like follow you no matter where you go? It's really quite creepy, but it's really easy to make. It's kind of cool to look at, and it definitely makes an impression in your world. There's really not that much to show you with the outside. I mean, it's pretty much just Bendy's head, and if we have a look around the back, you can see that it's basically just the same as the front without a face. Yeah, that's probably one of the stupidest things that I've ever said. So let me just show you the inside of this, as there isn't that much going on the outside. As you can see, this is actually a fully functioning house. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. We have a bed, we have plenty of chests, we have crafting table, furnace, we even have a little library, and we just have plenty of room for storage. It's kind of like a nice secret hidden away base in a place that you probably wouldn't expect. It's probably the last place that you might expect to be a house, but here we have really easy, really fast, really cute, creepy bendy head house. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please do remember to smack that like button, and remember to check out the channel for some of my bigger builds. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm gonna make a really massive survival base that I'm sure that you guys would want to check out. But without any further ado, please do like the video if you like it, and why don't I show you how to make this thing? So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some black concrete and some white wool. These are pretty much the only materials that we need to make the actual house. Everything else is for the inside. If you like, you can grab all of the stuff that I have here, or you can grab your own materials if you do want to make something a little bit different out of the inside, but it's completely up to you. And if you don't want to use black concrete, simply use black wool. I just like the concrete wool combo, it kind of makes it pop a little bit more. So once you have each one of these materials, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'm going to be making it right here. You're going to want to kick off the build with a black concrete on the floor. Then from this black concrete, we're going to do 2 up left diagonals. 1, 2. We're then going to go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 1. Do an upright diagonal, followed by 2 bottom right diagonals, 1 and 2. Then go right by 2, 1, 2. Then do 2 upright diagonals, 1 and 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, go down by 1. Do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then do 2 bottom left diagonals to connect down to the ground. That'll be 1, and that would be 2. So there you go. You have the outline of Bendy's head. Next thing, we're going to grab the white wool, and we are going to connect the bottom pair of black concrete together with a row of 5 white wool in between them in front of the black concrete. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see. We then want to take the left-hand white wool, and you want to do 2 up left diagonals from it, 1 and 2. We're then going to go up by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to do an upright diagonal, and right by 2, 1, 2. Do a bottom right diagonal, followed by an upright diagonal, right by 2, 1, 2. Do a bottom right diagonal, and then down by 4, 1, 2, 3, and that'll be 4. Then do bottom left diagonals until you connect all the way back to where you first started. Next thing, we're going to add some facial features. So take the bottom 3 white walls and place black concrete on top of the 3 middle blocks. 1, 2, 3. Then place 4 rows of white wool on top of this. So that'll be 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows, and 4 rows, like this. Left and right of the top 3 rows, you want to actually, as a matter of fact, left of the 3 white blocks that you just placed, you want to place a black concrete. 1, 2, 3. Take the top concrete and the bottom concrete and extend them to the left by 1. Then come to the right and take the upper right hand white wool and go right of it by 2 of the black concrete. 1, 2. Then down by 2. 1, 2. Left by 1. So you want to have something which should look like this. We're then going to completely fill the head in with white wool, like this, or we're going to fill the face in, I should say, we're not going to fill the head in, like that. That's looking perfectly creepy. We then want to come behind the face, and we want to fill in any gaps that we might have using the black concrete, so we're just going to completely fill this in with black concrete like this. And then we're going to take the outline, only the outline, we're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to take the outline of black concrete and we're going to extend it back by 4 rows. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys get the picture. We're going to do this with every single block, and we're only going to do it with the outer blocks. Like, we're not going to do it with absolutely every single block because there's no point in taking the entire head and extending it backwards. We only have to do it with the outer blocks, and this is going to create the interior for Bendy's head, or the interior for Bendy's house, I should say. It's going to create the interior for it, and you can even make it a little bit bigger if you like. Maybe you could add just a couple more rows of black concrete if you so chose. I wouldn't add any more than that, but you could absolutely add maybe just a couple more rows of concrete. Not more than 2, maybe 3. You'll have to kind of like add them if you want a bigger interior, but this really is supposed to be just like a Bendy base. It isn't supposed to be like an entire massive house or anything. So we now have this. The next thing we're going to do is we're simply going to cover up the back of the house, and to do that we're just going to do a layer of concrete, 1 row behind the back of the head. We're just going to completely fill it in with a layer of black concrete that just sits 1 row backwards. That's all there is to it. Just 1 row backwards, completely just out of the back of the head, like this. Really not much to it whatsoever. Just going to completely fill it in until there are absolutely no gaps left, like this. That is absolutely wonderful. Now I'll tell you what, something that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to knock out the middle row right at the top of the head like this. I'm going to knock out like a little bit of space right up at the top of the head, maybe even a little bit more like this. And I'm just going to add in some natural light in the form of black glass. So I'm just going to place some black glass in the top of the head just so that it's kind of nice and light. And I'm going to knock a hole into the inside of the head. Just from the right here, I'm going to knock a hole in the head, which sounds very, very violent. And I'm going to place a little bit of a floor in here. I'm just kind of going to knock out the floor. I'm going to recolor it a little bit, maybe a little bit of black outline. That looks kind of nice. And we're going to place a little bit of a white outline everywhere else, so maybe like that. I'm going to chuck a bed in the center of this. I'm going to grab the quartz stairs, sea lanterns, that sort of stuff. I'm going to place a row of quartz stairs coming up here on the left and the right and directly behind the bed. And I'm going to do the same sort of thing like here next to the entrance. I'm just going to have stairs coming up the middle part like that. And I might actually do a similar thing here. Maybe I'll have like stairs coming up here next to the bed. And then I'm just going to grab a couple of chests. Maybe like I'll grab a chest, I'll put one here, crafting table here, furnace here, enchantment table up at the top. I'm going to place a little bit of a bookshelf around that, and of course if we want we can even have a couple more chests coming up, and we can have chests coming up the back as well like this. You can see how I kind of like arrived at this now. It's very, very simple. Even a couple of chests up here next to the enchantment table if we like. And if we want to light the place up a little bit, which I would absolutely suggest, because who doesn't like a little bit of light, maybe where did I put them? Maybe I'll just put a sea lantern or so, maybe like right in the middle of the head, maybe about here, maybe? And maybe I'll place like a little bit of quartz slabbage, like coming across one side of the head to the other, and it'll just make a nice little bit of a light fixture. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Then we've got a nice little bit of a light. We've got a nice functional interior. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it pretty much done. And that is a nice, cute, really easy, really simple Bendy head house. If you're into Bendy and the ink machine, then well, there you go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do remember to smack that like button. It'd really help me out. I'd really appreciate it. I got loads and loads and loads of comments asking me to do something Bendy related, so I just thought that'd make a nice little cute head house like this. I like doing things like this every now and again. I don't always like doing massive big builds. If you do enjoy the channel, please consider subscribing to it. Please subscribe to the channel to check out all my stuff, and the little bell next to the subscription description button to once again make sure that you get absolutely everything that I make sent through to your sub box. And please do comment down below, let me know what you do want to see next. If you are into more stuff, I mean, I do all sorts of crazy things around here, but if you check out the card system, the description below, I mean, if you want to make some more silly things, kind of like Bendy, here we have like a fidget spinner house, we have like a fidget cube house. Over here, we have ourselves a nice inflatable bouncy water slide house. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but that's what that is. We have all sorts of stuff on the channel. We even have more realistic houses, and we have big houses, as you can kind of see over there in the background. And if I was to warp all the way over to here, I know that it takes a really long time, but this is a massive world. We have all sorts of cartoon houses and real houses and modern houses. We have all sorts. Basically, check out the channel. I hope that you guys enjoy the video. I'm sure that you'll find something that you'd like to build on the channel if you were to just have a little bit of a look. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.